Alright guys, this is Bootzy back again with another playthrough of the Stanley parable. I think this time...
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Okay, well, didn't expect that. Okay, what I'm gonna do this time, not including, I guess, that first little bit that just happened, I'm gonna do everything he wants me to do, exactly how he says it, every single time, and see where that leads me. Alright? Sounds like fun.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be
OCD
alone
out and press all
ever
the buttons
again.
again. Don't need to do that.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yep, going to the left.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go
Get
up
Chris
to his
out of the
boss's
broom
office,
closet.
hoping he might find an answer there.
Chris!
Stanley
Chris!
slipped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here,
No.
so he turned around and got
Wrench?
back on track.
Well, I guess I'm gonna get back on track. That's what dude says.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Excuse me. Going upstairs. Executive bathroom. Nope.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Going down? Yes? We all know where this goes. But instead of escaping, I guess I will go forward. On to victory this time. Sweet,
Descending
sweet
deeper into
victory.
the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Nope. Let's do it, Stanley.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yup, that I did. Button?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No.
I'll put
He
it onward.
refused to believe it.
Nope.
He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Well, yeah, I'll do that. Just give me a sec. I'm gonna press all these buttons. 5. Where is 3? Did I walk past 3? 4's up there. 1, 2, 5. There you are. No? Alright.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end.
Yeah?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments
Bird.
away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
Oh, pretty.
And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Okay. Okay. Well, that was pretty straightforward. Ah. Back again?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Pretty quickly, actually.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring.
Oh
it
yes,
had really
such
been
pretty
worth the
architecture.
detour off, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. I'm gonna go this way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
This is gonna happen.
I'm not your enemy, really.
This is gonna happen, guys.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yep.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
I'll go with you on this one.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
What? I'm restarting again.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Space? Yes!
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy.
Dude, I told you, space.
I actually feel happy.
No! Get your Aurora bullshit out of the way. It's space. Behold the majesty of the universe, guys. Sprawled out in front of you. Ooh. So fancy. I feel like I need a Carl Sagan suit to watch this. Billions and billions of stars and starlines. And they're moving. Constantly moving. Like the center of the universe. It's magic, right? Yeah, it's pretty magical.
No, wait. Where are you going?
I don't know.
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
I'm sorry, bro.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
I don't want the game to reset either. Let's go back to the star room, dude. Let's check it out. Let's see, it's the brilliance of human choice.
Good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
I wonder how long we have to stay here. Is it forever? Oh. Things are getting Things are getting blurry. Oh, that hurts my eyes.
No! What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here. Are you... You are going to stay here, aren't you?
Oh, the stars are back. I think it reset. Well, narrator, I think we're done here. Sorry, dude. I think it's time for me to leave.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die! What about this isn't getting through to you? Please, Stanley.
Freedom!
No! Oh, no. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley, let's go back to the other room. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me? I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I wish I still thought that was possible.
Well, don't really know what to do. Guess I'm gonna throw myself from the platform again? One more time with feeling. Hip it!
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Sorry, bro.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy.
Think I can land on that truck?
I realize it but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I am very powerful. I'm more powerful than ever. I have immortal power.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
There was an
Stanley
open door
decided
down
to
there.
go
I
to
thought
the
I could
meeting
get
room.
to it.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright. Think about it.
When Stanley came to a
Think
set
about
of
it.
2 open doors,
Yeah, still
this
going
was
right.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I didn't know such thing.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Need like a parachute or something? Huh. Is there a way to get down there? If I had a jump button, it should be way easier. Alright.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone. As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double-check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack." Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time,
Space.
your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Ah, door. Open inward. We're going. We're doing it. We're doing this. Hip. Hop.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Fences. Fences everywhere. Alright. I guess I won't plunge to my death.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Little do you know, I'm still gonna
Now
take
remember,
the right door.
all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Okay. I guess I can't go to the right.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Nope. Man down.
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
Yep.
What, did you think that would be funny?
Yep.
You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
Nope.
He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nope. Disregard authority.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. behave exactly as
Okay.
Stanley would. That means
I
choosing
guess we gotta go to the
responsibly
left.
and always putting
I'm
the
gonna do that
story
then.
first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's do it. Follow the rules. Everything will be fine.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to
Chris?
go up to his boss's office,
doesn't open.
hoping he might find an answer. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
Can't go
boss's
downstairs
office.
now. No longer executive washroom. That's different.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to
That's
discover
different.
not an
What?
indication of any human life. Shocked,
What?
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a
Come on,
voice
guys,
receiver
really?
next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Shark 115. What?
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver.
I'm
right
trying.
there on the wall.
I'm trying. Night Shark 115. Night Shark
I'm
115.
sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did
Night
you?
Shark 115.
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Am I supposed to like use like is there a push to talk button? Night Shark
Okay,
115.
fine, you're not going to do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your
Okay, dude.
respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it
there a
means to
different
take
receiver?
a story
Did I not
seriously.
hit the right
If you
receiver?
didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Hello, Stanley.
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me?
Okay.
Is everything all right? Stanley, this is
Well,
important.
hey.
The story
I
needs
guess-
you. It
I
needs
guess
you to
that's
make a
that.
decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me?
Well,
Whatever choice you make is
thanks for
justified
watching,
and
guys.
is correct. You cannot
That's
be wrong here. We can
another
work together.
possible
I
ending, I
accept whatever you
suppose.
do. I simply need you to take
You've
that
seen a
step
couple of the
forward,
endings now,
please.
I bet. One of them is freedom.
Do something. Anything.
Excuse me. Where I just
This is
run
more
and do everything he
important
says.
than you ever know. I need this. The story needs it.
I might do more of these.
So,
I might start recording another game. Depends on what goes up on the Steam sale, honestly.
It's okay, I can wait.
Okay,
You need time to decide.
sorry, I was reading.
Time to make sure
If
your
you
choice
enjoyed
is
it, hit
correct.
like
I
and
need the
subscribe.
best choice.
Share these videos, guys, if you think
It's all
that
right.
other people should
I'll
watch
wait for
them.
you to
Stanley
decide
Parable's a
what's the
good
right
game.
thing
I
to
might not be
do.
that great of a
Take as
narrator,
much
but
time as
the
you
game's
need.
pretty good, so it's something to think about. Alright, thanks for watching.